After clearing the tussle of a mission which was get Preboy for the first time, we were so excited to see the next mission. And then we see our helicopter cruising through the snowlands. That takes our excitement up to 200. But what happens next becomes one of the most terrifying experiences we had in a video game. This scene right there, it made us feel a kind of a terror that no horror movie ever could. We were more scared to play this mission than we were from our dad who couldn't find his cigarette all morning. Border crossing became a story that was shared in schools, in neighborhoods. It was a mission that we would never try and play ourselves. Instead, we had to always rely on the adults, watch them play, and even that was a scary experience. Now for this video, we are gonna take a tour and walk across this road to see how deep border crossing actually is and what makes it so important to this game. Border crossing is not only an important mission to this game, it is a memorable part of our childhood. If we look at it from today's perspective, then it is not a difficult mission, but the concept is one of the most cool. It is actually a real concept. This is a soldier named Chris Ryan. He was a part of the British SAS force. They were deployed in Iraq in 1991, along with a team of 8 people. Their cover was blown, and they had to fight to survive. The only way to do that was to get to the nearest allied country, which was Syria. And they had to do that barefoot. Along the way, everyone else died but Chris Ryan. He was the only survivor. And this story led to the creation of border crossing in I.G.I. Now, border crossing is not a mission that defines I.G.I. It is fairly different from what the rest of the gameplay is like. It is linear. It enforces hiding more than action. It makes you feel grounded for once. It makes us feel scared and vulnerable. Even a small mistake could lead to jeopardizing the whole mission. This whole different feel and all these aspects mixed together, it makes this mission important for the experience of this game. Border crossing has lots of tanks, lots of mysteries, lots of snipers, lots of mines, and lots of deaths. The premise of this mission is that when Jones captures Preboy, he has to deliver him to the I.G.I. headquarters for questioning. But then someone on the radio shows up, and she does not want Preboy to be questioned. So she shoots down Jones' helicopter. Both of them survive. They manage to kidnap Preboy, but Jones is nowhere to be found. As soon as the mission begins, there he is. Only with a knife he has to survive this entire road now, because on the other side of the road, it's a border. Right now Jones is in Estonia, and he has to get to the Russian border. But this is not going to be easy. Because 1, you don't have many weapons to fight with. 2, you don't have any alternate paths to go through because the whole area is filled with mines. And the funny part is, these aren't actually mines. They don't trigger if you put your foot on them. They trigger if you cross the boundary, because even if you fly on top of them, they are still gonna explode. And 3, you can't stay in any position for too long. In the very beginning, there is a tank chasing you from behind, and we need to kill this poor guard for literally the millionth time, and then make a run for these buildings. There is another way. When the tank comes close, you can just hide behind this wall until it leaves. But I guess this isn't what the mission designer intended, so let's just ignore this one. While walking to these buildings, you can get some good sniping practice. Just shoot everyone while walking until you get there. Now this is a very interesting place. It has some lore, some story. These broken buildings and houses, it tells us that this was not just a mere border. There's been wars, destruction. It explains the reason why this place is so tightly secured with tanks and mines all the way. And if you look here, there's a truck. That truck is actually your objective. We are supposed to get on this truck at the end of the mission, because it has to take us across the border. But if you touch it now, you die. I'll share more about that in a while. This is a place where you can grab some ammunition, and because of the nature of this mission, everything you find is important. Now there's this poor guard. Sometimes he gets stomped on by the tank. Not always, but it is funny. You can go in, grab this medkit, grab the snipers and weapons, and start moving forward. Now this is a pretty funny location for me, because when we were playing this for the first time, we killed these 2 guards,
and then we see that a helicopter is coming. I remember back in the day, my uncle was playing and I was watching, and he decided to take cover behind this jeep, wait for the helicopter to go by. But we had no idea that this tank that's been sleeping all this time, it becomes alive as soon as you leave that base, and he comes and shoots you from behind. So that means this is another one of those locations where you cannot stop and you have to go to that building to take cover. But of course, 20 years ago we had no idea. So what we usually did is hide in these ruins and just crawl back and forth behind these walls and wait for the helicopter to go by. Once that happens, now we have to fight in this base, grab some more ammo and sniper. Now this is a very tricky place. This is somewhere you do not want the alarm to be raised. And then there's a guard standing right beside an alarm button. If you kill him, there's another guard inside, chances are he might rush to the alarm button. So you either have to be very quick about killing them both, or you can just go behind the scenes. Come from behind, knife this guy, shoot the other guy, grab that rocket launcher, destroy this son of a bitch, and that's it. Move forward to the last location. And the last location is pretty scary. Very scary. If someone spots you and raises the alarm, that means this helicopter is gonna wake up and start hunting you. Even if you manage to survive and somehow disable the alarm, it is gonna land but not sleep again. So that means the mission is failed no matter what. Which means before coming here, you need to kill all the guards one by one without anyone else spotting them, destroy the security cameras, and then it's safe to walk in through the front door. Or else, stay hidden, sneak in through this fence, disable the cameras and get to the truck. But this place has some development lore. Do you see how big this boundary is? That is because this base was supposed to have lots of objectives. There's one that I know of. It's inside of this radar control room's basement. This is where you were supposed to destroy their communications network to make your escape easier. There's even a guard in this room, which is kind of a proof of this objective's existence. But I guess since the mission seemed difficult already, the developers ditched the idea of having many objectives here and made it as simple as they could. And then there's a guard room. If you let the alarm raise, not only is the helicopter going to be a problem, but this is also a infinitely respawning guard barracks. I hate these. Take a look at this car model. If you are a hardcore I.G.I fan, then you know exactly where is it gonna appear again. Now you may be wondering, why am I not going to the truck and just finish the mission? That is because there is no truck. Do you know why? Because I flew my way here. Like I said, if you don't go to the first sector, this truck won't start moving. And I used the cheat code to look at it all the way through. Now something funny is that this truck is supposed to drop a few guards in this area. And yeah, there they are. They just spawn here. And then if you keep riding this truck, yes, exactly, the mission just finishes directly. But try not to raise the alarm even if you're on the truck. Because if the alarm is on, then the truck just sleeps. It won't move further. Now I want to talk about the atmosphere and the feel of the mission. Well, for one thing, this music, this is the same as the first level music. But it feels like it was specifically made for this one and was reused for the first level. It does match the sneakingly crossing the border kind of vibe. And then if we put all the terrifying and the scary aspects of the mission aside, this mission is actually beautiful. The sceneries, the landscapes, the beautiful mountains. This is the most beautiful mission after Eagle Nest 1. So that was all I had about border crossing, and be seeing you in the next mission update. So SHOBI out and I'm going in.